And Fridays about this time, it's time for some great food with Wini Moranville.
Welcome to Great Food. Today's guest is going to help make your holiday season easier and tastier. Welcome Amanda Duncan from Accents and Interior in Urbandale.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. Now, tell me a little bit about your shop. Some people don't really know about Accents and Interiors, but it is a wonderful shop. It's one of my faves.
It is a wonderful shop, and thank you. Yeah, we're located in Urbandale, and we're a gift and home decor store, but a lot of people might not know that we have great things for the kitchen and the at-home chef, too.
That's right, and I've written about them. I've brought them in on the set when I've given some good gift ideas for Christmas, but I thought, why not hear it from you? Let's hear what you think are great gifts or also great hosting ideas for the holiday season. So let's start. You've got some cheese sort of things here. You don't sell cheese at Accent and Interiors, but everything you need for great cheese and charcuterie.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, everybody loves a meat and cheese tray, and it's one of the easiest things to put out for the holidays, but, you know, we can do a little better than just buying the pre-bought deli tray, I think, at the grocery store. Sure. First, I like to start with the great serving piece because we are a decor store. These boards, this is just an example of one of the pieces. They come from Europe, and they're all actually made from reclaimed wood, so it's so pretty that you don't even want to put it away.
I know, it's absolutely stunning, and you know, obviously you could cut on this, and you know, you'd even give it character if it got a few, you know, cuts on it. It's beautiful.
Absolutely,
I love it.
Absolutely.
So, and you also sell a few food items that would enhance the charcuterie.
Yeah, when you have the charcuterie and cheese, it's about more than just having the meat and cheese. You always want to have something bready, something jammy, and something acidic.
Right. And so, this jammy is what? This looks wonderful.
That is a balsamic jam, and I actually love the story from this company. The woman who makes these is from Italy, and then she moved to the United States and couldn't find anything that was kind of the taste of home. So she started making all her own balsamics and jams and pestos.
Oh, wow.
You know, branched out from friends and family to offering them at farmers markets, and so now we get to offer it at the store, but it's all still produced in small batches with all natural ingredients. So it's kind of like you got to take a little trip to an Italian farmers market.
And what's the brand of?
It's called Alta Cucina Italia.
Man, that's wonderful. So like high kitchen or something. Alta is high. Yeah, that's interesting. Beautiful. And then for the charcuterie, or you know, that's a fancy name for meats.
Yes.
You have some fancy mustards.
Yes, which are great for just kind of cutting the fat in the meat. You always want to have something that's a little acidic.
Yeah, and just like you say, just a little better than just throwing out a deli tray, and just a little better than your average mustard, just a little something extra. So that's great.
Ton of great flavors.
Stout
and
beer,
sort of an artisanal
jalapeno, great. And these are one of my favorite things. I'm glad you brought them in.
They are
great. Tell us about these.
So a lot of people don't know that you're not supposed to wrap your cheese in plastic. So these actually come from France. There's cheese storage bags, and then there's cheese paper. And they come from France, and we know that France knows their cheese.
Right.
And it's just a special paper that lets the cheese breathe, and so it keeps it fresher, longer, and tasting better.
Well, yeah, and I like these bags. I've used them myself because, you know, rather than trying to figure out how to wrap them and do that fancy wrap that the cheesemakers do, which I can't do at home as well, you just put them in and kind of go doop, 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 and then they're safe. You know, they're going to be stored. And you spend a pretty penny on these beautiful artisanal cheeses, so keeping them in great condition is important.
Yes.
So I'm really glad your store was the store that introduced me to these. So I really thank you for that. That's awesome.
Good.
So okay, moving on to more cheese, but kind of a fun idea for your you know, fun for hostesses making things easier. What do you have here?
So just a couple of super easy ideas of appetizers that you can serve. This is a brie baker, and they come in a couple of different sizes. One of the easiest appetizers that you can make. You just buy a brick of brie, and you can leave the rind on the top, or sometimes I even like to cut it off just because it makes it easier to get the brie out after. And then you can drizzle it with honey or slivered almonds. We've got a bunch of different great compotes that you can just kind of spoon over the top, and then you just throw it it in the oven for like 10 or 12 minutes till it gets soft, and serve with bread or crackers.
And that's great because really, let's face it, everybody loves this. It's one of the first things to disappear on an hors d'oeuvre table. And then, but you add just a little extra with it, with something that, you know, you can't just find at any store. Here's a, you know, caramelized onion and balsamic compote. That's really good. So that's awesome. And this is also oven to table. I mean, it's pretty on your table.
Yeah,
so,
it's beautiful on the table, and everything all in one. Serve, bake, store, done.
that's beautiful.
So making things easy.
Great. That would be a good gift too for somebody.
Yes, absolutely. Makes an easy little thing. And it comes in a little kit with some recipe ideas and a little server piece. So yeah, it's kind of a all-in-one little package.
Great. And we love cheese, more cheese.
We love cheese. This is actually, I don't think you can get any easier than this for an appetizer. You just get a pretty platter, get a thing of cream cheese. If you want to get fancy, you could make it into, you know, a shape or something. And then we've got these great compotes that we've carried these in the store for years, and people go nuts for them. So
you told me earlier that you sometimes sell out of these.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, people are like crazy for them.
Yeah, it's got jalapeno, so it has a little bit of a bite, but it's not hot, spicy. But literally, you just take the cream cheese and then just kind of scoop a little bit over the top and serve it with crackers. And it's just, everybody loves it, and a huge...
And what a beautiful color, too. I mean, that's rather festive for the holidays.
Yes, yeah.
So,
And then the great thing about all these compotes is while they're great with cheeses, you could use them with any of this stuff, they're also great with your main dishes because they make a good little chutney for your meats and things, too.
Yeah, sure. So it certainly won't go to waste.
Absolutely.
Sure you'll keep using it. So, and now we're going to talk popcorn.
Popcorn. Everybody loves popcorn. And it's always healthier to make your own, but I don't know very many people that still have the big old popcorn poppers. So we actually have this, which you can put in the microwave. So you can use your own
That's a popcorn maker.
It's a popcorn maker.
It's just a server.
Nope. Okay. It's a popcorn maker, and I have popcorn in there, so it's not going to be all folded down now, but you just put your kernels in, you can add a little oil and butter, and then just a couple minutes in the microwave. And
and that's, again, microwave to table.
Yes.
Does this get hot?
No, you can actually serve in this, and it's got a couple little handles here that you can use to carry it. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, that's been wildly popular. And then we have a bunch of different, you know, kinds of popcorn. They all have their own little bit of flavor and texture. You can mix them up so you can kind of have fun with it. And then it makes a really good gift, you know, to get the little popper, the popcorn. And then I love these are little different flavored seasonings you can put on your popcorn when you're done. So, you know, maybe you're just a butter person or a little white cheddar, but they have like dill pickle and sriracha. So if you want something a little spicy, but yeah.
Fantastic. Well, tell me just a little bit about these different kinds. I mean, this is like, what is this? I mean, tricolor, so different colors and...
Different colors, and they just all have a little bit of different, you know, I think we got used to kind of that you put the thing in the microwave and it's all kind of the same thing, but there's a lot of different kinds of popcorn, and they all have their own texture, and they all have a little bit of their own flavor.
Good. That's awesome. So those would be good stocking stuffers.
Excellent stocking stuffer.
And you've also got another thing that we were talking about earlier that I thought would be fun gift, stocking stuffer, just something a little unusual to give people.
It is something unusual. It's called sourdough, so it kind of has a funny name, but it is beer bread that was actually, it's made by a mother and her son, and they make them in a bunch of different flavors, and they call it sourdough because it's sober, but you
add beer.
Add a beer. Yeah. Can of beer. You can use any kind of beer. You know, if you use something a little more stout, or you know, you might get a little bit of different flavor, but they have savory ones, they have sweet ones,
pumpkin spice.
So they're, you know, you just add the beer, stir it up, bake, and then you can have fun serving it with different dipping oils and things.
Oh, that looks great too. Do you have to knead it, or is it good? You stir it up. That's great.
Stir it, put it in the pan, and bake.
Excellent, great. Well, listen, remind us again where your store is.
We are in Urbandale on 86th Street, just north of Hickman.
All right, great. Thanks so much for coming in. I think these are great ideas.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
me.